Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell, I'm outside because today's video was inspired by fall. This makeup look, I really was inspired by the leaves and the change of colors, and this is my first time really having or living in a real fall, in the real season, because in Texas it's not like this at all, but here in the East Coast it's really beautiful. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just beautiful, the colors and everything, and I was just inspired by the leaves. So I hope that you enjoy it, and thank you for watching. Alright, so I'm going to start by priming my lid. I'm just using my Creamy Concealer by LA Girl and my finger because I feel like it's the best. So I'm just going to go all over my lid, making sure that I blend it in and that it's nice and sticky. Then I'm going to set this with a flat brush and a skin tone shade. For this look, I'm going to be using the Star Studded palette by Kat Von D and the Nude Tude palette by The Balm Cosmetics. So this nude tone that I'm using is called Banshee from the Kat Von D palette. Then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and the color Brass Knuckles from the Kat Von D palette. It's kind of like a yellow. I don't really see the brassy, but it's more of a yellow. And I'm only using it here as my first transition shade. You really can't really see it, but I know that it's there, and I feel like it helps to bring in some of that yellow color. And again, I'm just blending it all over with a blending brush. Then I'm gonna grab the color Solar, which is like a really soft orange, and this is gonna help as my second transition shade, and it's just gonna help bring in that orange without being too abrupt and just like orange. But subtle, so that we can do a nice gradient, a nice transition of colors. As you can see, I'm not being too neat with it. I'm just going all over my lid from the outer corner to the inner corner, kind of just to map out where my crease is and where I'm gonna have my shadows go. I'm in super speed mode, so it's kind of tripping me out. Then I'm gonna grab the color Sultry. Sultry is like a soft brown, and what this is going to do is going to bring in some depth and is going to start introducing the browns. Here I'm going to switch brushes because that other brush is kind of more for all over the place. This other fluffy brush that I grabbed is more for precise blending, like so I can put it exactly where I want it. As you can see, I'm just grabbing this color and I'm putting it lower than the orange so that we can start this nice gradient of colors. And I'm just gonna blend away. Honestly, this is in fast mode because blending takes time. So just blend away. Don't feel bad if you take like 30 minutes blending, because I take like 30 minutes blending. You can never blend too much. And I'm just blending in and building up that color. I like to go in with small amounts of shadow and build the color than to go in with like a lot of shadow and just mess it up. Then I'm going to grab that same flat brush and that same skin tone color, and I'm just going to map out where my crease is and clear my lid of any random shadow that fell on. And I'm going to dance. Then I'm going to grab a pencil brush and a brown color. This brown color is called Leather, and it's from the Kat Von D palette. And I'm going to put it on my crease and then in the corner, just kind of to map out the shape that I want, sorry. And then going back in with that blending brush, I'm just gonna blend it out. Like I said, the key to life is to blend. That's just what it is. So now I grabbed a little bit of a really bright orange. This is called Mandala, and it's again from that Star Studded palette by Kat Von D. And what this is gonna do is just bring more orange and a deeper orange into the shadows. Like I said before, I went in with a lighter orange, and then I started going in with a heavier orange here, and then I grabbed some of that brown just to make it darker. Honestly, the method to this is just start building the color. You know what I mean? What am I doing here? Okay, now I'm grabbing some more of the soft orange, and I'm just going all over it just to blend everything out to make sure there's no harsh lines everywhere. Again, with the pencil brush and the color brown, I'm going back in to darken up that area, just so we can make it nice and prominent and nice and brown. And then with the blending brush and a little more of the bright orange, just a little, like literally a little, because I don't want it to look like I got punched in the face by an orange. I'm just gonna add the colors and just build that gradient and dance. Okay. It's good to have dance breaks, you know. Again, we're blending. I keep going back and forth from the orange and the brown and the soft orange, just to make sure there's no harsh lines and everything's smooth. Then after this, I'm gonna go back in with the flat brush and the nude color and make sure that my lid is nice and bright and that my underneath my brow is nice and blended. And now for the liquid liner, I'm gonna give myself a cat eye. Do not be intimidated by liquid liner and doing this and doing the cat eye, because it's really easy. All you need is practice and a sturdy hand. I usually put my elbow on a table so that it can be really sturdy, and balls in. Don't get scared, you know. If you mess up, that's cool. I'm gonna mess up right here and I'm gonna show you how to fix it, so don't be scared. So what I'm doing here is just lining the perimeter of my eye, and a dance, all right. I take a lot of dance breaks. And then I'm gonna go ahead and draw my wing. I kind of just do an extension from my bottom lash line, and then when I like how long it is, I connect to the other liner that I did earlier. I'm sorry I'm out of screen, but I kept losing the focus because I was really focused on the liner. Then once I like the shape, I fill it in. That's what I'm doing. Hey girl, that's what I'm doing here. I'm just filling in that space, that little triangle that we made. This eyeliner was really dry, so it was really hard to work with, but we made it work, you know, gotta make it work. There you go. So now you just fill in that space, make sure that everything's filled, that you like the shape, that it matches your other eye. You know, you gotta make sure it matches. You can't be looking crazy. And then you start building and fixing the lines. I like to use liquid liner because I feel like it's the most flexible for me, but you can use anything. You can use gel, pencil, whatever. And then to fix your mess ups, go back in with concealer. As you can tell, I don't have my foundation on yet, so I can go in freely with concealer because it's just my skin. So this is gonna help me straighten out the line, sharpen that wing, you know, wanna cut a bitch with the wing. That's how we like it. And then I just blend it with my finger so that it blends into my skin. And then I'm totally out of frame, but what I did was grab that same pencil brush with brown and just line my lower lash line. And then I grabbed the orange, boom, here I am. And I blended that out. So I blended the brown with the orange. And then I grabbed this tiny little pencil brush and black shadow and connected that to my wing. And then just to darken my liner, I went over it with the black powder, which is totally optional. You don't have to, but I like it. I just feel like it makes my liner darker. Then from here, I'm going to connect my wing to my crease ever so slightly. I just feel like this gives definition and a little bit more darkness in that corner. And then with this blending brush, I'm just blending it out. There's no product on that brush. I'm literally just blending out that black, adding a little bit of brown to go with that gradient, and then darkening the black, making sure that there's a nice transition, and blending everything out with a little bit of orange. It's all in the blending. It's all in the transitions. You want it to look flawless and like it didn't take you that long, but it's gonna take you a long time. And then just blend everything. Then I grab another, a nice little angle brush. I dip it in water and then I dip it into the dark orange color. This is gonna give me a liner-like consistency. It's gonna give the shadow a liner-like consistency because it's wet. And what I'm doing here is just lining my wing. See, since it's wet, it gives it a brighter, more like liquid liner look to the shadow. And all I'm doing here is following that wing and lining it up. And then going under, I keep going out of frame. And then with a dry angle brush, I'm just going over everything just to set it and to make it brighter. Boom, boom, orange. Make sure it matches the other side. And then again with concealer, I'm making sure that it's on fleek. Boom, there we go. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit more of that clear nude shadow to make sure that my lid is nice and bright. And then lashes. So the key here is to apply the glue and let it dry for a little bit so that it's nice and tacky. And then the way that I like to do it is I pop it in the middle first, and then with tweezers, I tuck in the corners. This takes a lot of practice. I honestly just got the hang of it, so don't feel bad if it takes you forever. Once they're nice and in place, make sure that you put a nice little coat of mascara. I like to put it at the base of my lashes, just so I don't ruin the lashes, you know, but whatever, it's up to you. And then I go in with the liner just to cover the band, the lash band, so it doesn't look super fake, even though they're definitely fake. Just to darken up the eyeliner. And make sure that it's sharp for the gods. You want it to be nice and sharp. Yep, and then coat the bottom lashes with a little bit of mascara. And then put a little bit of brightness in the inner corners. And voila, this is the final look. I pair the look with a nice plum lip. I'm using a Lorac Pro plum matte lipstick and a bronzy color over top. So that was everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you recreate it for this fall season. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And yeah, see you next time. You know? Can't lose my jacket. Can't lose my cool. This is fun. Eyeball. Alright, peace out.